Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I want to share with you my November favorites, and some of these items are new to me, but I have tried them several times, so I'm very sure how I feel about them. I do have some fails and I've returned those, so I will show pictures of the fails because I no longer have them. I didn't know how long it was going to be before I was able to do the video, and I didn't want to go over the return period. Okay, so I want to start first of all with one of my favorite brands that sends me PR, and that is Read Your Heart. I feel so fortunate that for every holiday they always offer to send me a couple of pieces of jewelry. I own many pieces of jewelry from them. Some I purchased myself, a couple of them I purchased myself, and the rest of them they have sent to me. And they started sending these to me when my channel was even smaller than what it is now, probably around 5 years ago. And those pieces look just as beautiful today as they did the day that I got them. I take care of my jewelry. I mean, I don't bathe with them. I don't clean the house with them. You know, like I don't put dishwashing detergent. I remove my jewelry. You know, I do wear them a lot. Every single wedding set that you see on my channel, and I don't always wear the same one. So sometimes maybe you wonder, how many wedding sets does she have? That's because I Read Your Heart. Okay, they're not real diamond and real gold, but they look just as beautiful. So one of the latest pieces that sent me is this gorgeous eternity band. It's a half eternity band. The back doesn't have any stones. That is the back of the ring. And then here is the front of the ring. It is absolutely beautiful. I would also put a picture of it, how they have it on their store, because it's probably going to look nicer. They come in this beautiful box. The presentation is just gorgeous. Now this comes inside a little plastic sleeve, but they do send you the box with it. It comes, the little plastic sleeve with the ring comes inside the box, and the box says Read Your Heart on it. And I actually chose these. Okay, they told me to go on the website and choose the rings that I wanted. Now I believe this is a total of 2 carats, and I don't know if you can tell, but it has the moissanite on the side of the ring also, not just on the top of the ring. It has it all around the edge. I love it. I prefer chunky jewelry. I don't like super dainty rings, so I love this. I think it's beautiful. I don't think it's too much, but I think, you know, it is noticeable, and it looks very beautiful. It will look even more beautiful if my nails were longer, but hey, this is what I have to work with right now. So the earrings are really beautiful. I would do a close-up for you so you can see them, and also do a picture so you can see exactly what they look like. And they come with the same presentation. Each earring was inside a little bag so they don't hit each other and maybe lose a stone. I've never lost a stone of any of their jewelry. I absolutely have to say this is quality jewelry. You know me, I don't recommend a company unless I'm 1000% sure that you're going to be getting your money's worth. Right now they're having a Black Friday sale, so you're having an amazing deal. I also have a 15% discount code, which I believe you can apply on top of the sale price. I'm not 100% positive, but she gave me the code, so I would assume that you can use it with the sale. So I will list everything below so that in case you're interested. They also, each box comes inside one of these little mailers, so it is very protected when they send these out to you. And then it comes with a bigger mailer. Then you get a gift bag, which is so nice if you are going to gift this. And it's a beautiful gift bag that says Read Your Heart on it. You get a cleaning cloth, and you also get a certificate of authenticity, but I took it out of the bag. But you do get a certificate of authenticity for each piece that you purchase. And it tells you all about moissanite, how it's lab created, and it's a harder material than diamonds, but it shines just like a diamond. And then the band is sterling silver, or you can also get it like 18 karat gold plated or rose gold. So you can customize it that way. But I love the sterling. It looks like white gold, and that works for me. It has never tarnished on me. I've never had to clean it. So that's pretty good for 5 years. So you get the little cleansing cloth or polishing cloth, which really, tell you the truth, I don't think I've ever used it. I will link everything below. I will link both the ring and the earrings and their website, and also the discount code in case you're interested. And I am very appreciative, and thank you so much Read Your Heart for always thinking of me and allowing me to try on these beautiful pieces of jewelry. And trust me, it is not a sacrifice. I love them. Okay, so I want to go ahead and show you what what's on my eyes today is this palette right here from Give Me Glow. This is a indie brand, and a couple of videos ago I did an eye look with one of their newer palettes, the Teddy Bear palette. My Little Teddy, I think it's called, palette. I will link the video below. They have amazing quality. This is such a beautiful indie brand, and they actually have color stories that I can wear. A lot of indie brands are into really bright colors and duochromes and multichromes, and those I really don't wear that often, if at all. Definitely a lot of colorful eyeshadows. You know, they look beautiful on other people. Just my preference. I'm more of a neutral. Yes, I will dip my toes into some greens and, you know, some purples, pinks, whatever, but I like it more on the neutral side. So this is the Vintage Rose. They're discontinuing this palette, and this is 40% off. And this is what I have on my eyes. I have this and this on my crease. This one's in my outer corner. And then I have this one right over at the very end of the outer corner. Then this one in the middle, and then this one in the inner corner. This is such a beautiful palette. This is so easy to apply. It just blends like a dream. And it's such an amazing woman-owned indie brand. So I will link them below. I also have been posting all the sales that I've been seeing on my community tab, but I know this one's going to be 40% off. All right, so the foundation that I have on today, I actually have not done a video with this, but I've used it like 4 times, and I really like it. It's the new one by Makeup by Mario. This is called the Surreal Skin. This is really pretty. This is not too glowy, and it's not too matte. It looks just perfect on your skin. I would say it's a good medium coverage. This is what I have, what I'm wearing right now. I'm wearing all the products that I'm showing you today. So this is really, really pretty. I got mine in the shade 5N, and I think it's a nice shade. Now, I did add a little bit of this. This is from Beauty Bio. This is a bronzing drops. And the reason that I started adding this to a lot of my foundations, because I always tend to go a little light on my foundation. I'm in between a light and a light medium. Some light mediums are just way too dark for me, and then I have to take it all the way down my neck, and I just don't like wearing makeup where it's going to get on my clothes. So I feel that the best way for me to darken a foundation a little bit is with bronzing drops, and this one is SPF 46. It also have tranexamic acid, which helps with the dark spots on your face. So this is a win-win. Now I'm adding it. You're supposed to use this like as a primer or underneath your makeup, as a part of your skincare. I'm adding it to the foundation. So how much is penetrating to my skin? I don't know. Is it going to really make a difference if I'm wearing it that way? I don't know. But if I'm using a bronzing drop, why not use something that has extra SPF and something that has good ingredients? So this brand, they did send this to me in PR. They also sent me a cleanser and some eye masks. I have not tried the cleanser. That's why I'm not talking about it right now. I don't know whether I'm going to like it or not. The eye mask, I have used it twice. I like the fact, I didn't bring them up, but I like the fact that they stay in place, but I don't feel like they're juicy enough. So I have to use them a little more to see if I really notice that they give me enough hydration before I give you my final opinion. But I do like this. I like the way that it looks on with the foundation. Okay, so these you have to shake really well. They have like one of those little balls in there to shake this. Don't squeeze too much because you're going to get too much out and you don't need that much. So it is a liquidy form. As you can see, drops just come out. Just need a little bit. I usually add like 3 drops. And it is watery. And then when you add it to your foundation, it's not orange. I think it's just a very pretty. It only comes in one shade. Okay, you can't choose the shade. This is the one and only shade. It doesn't have any scent, so if that's something that you don't like, but it penetrates your skin. I'm going to show you. This is already absorbed by my skin. Look what a pretty glow that gives you. And it's not too much. It doesn't feel oily, it doesn't feel sticky. It just feels really, really nice. It feels like you have skincare on the back of my hand. That's what it feels like. So I really am enjoying this. I've been using it quite a bit lately. And this is something that I think is really nice. And right now they are having a 30% off sale. And the other one that I love using is this one from, and the reason I'm mentioning these, I had someone ask me, what do I use to darken my foundations? So, and I gave her a couple of ideas. I did mention this one. I forgot to mention Beauty Bio to her. But these are really good also. The ones from First Aid Beauty. I'm going to do it on the other hand. These are really pretty. They are very similar. These do not have an SPF. They do have niacinamide. So if that's important to you. But again, it seems to be like a little thicker than the Beauty Bio. It's also a very thin consistency. It also gets absorbed into your skin. I think the Beauty Bio probably has like more of, it's a little darker and it has like more of a glow. But they're both absolutely gorgeous. So I would say either one of those. They're also having a sale. First Aid Beauty is also having a sale. I believe it's also 30% off. So the next product that I want to share with you, this is something that's not new. And this is the Natasha Denona Powder Foundation. I purchased this when it was released, and I think it was sometime last year. And to tell you the truth, I have not used it that many times because it is not one of my favorite powder foundations. But I started using it over skin tints or over foundations that have less coverage. And if I want a little more coverage, I've been using it kind of like a setting powder, and I love it that way. It gives me a little extra coverage, and then it looks beautiful. So if you have one of these and you're not that crazy about it and you really don't like it as a powder foundation, try it as a setting powder. Now I do use a fluffy powder brush with it. I don't use a foundation brush with it as I would if I were using it as a foundation. But this works really well as a setting powder. I do not use it under my eyes. Okay, this is too thick, too heavy for under my eyes. I figure like I paid for it, I don't want to waste it. And that's one way for me to get some use out of it. Okay, this is a contour stick from House Labs, and this is something that I purchased during the Sephora VIB sale. I really like this. I don't own too many contours because I feel that some of them can make you look dirty. I like this one. It is not too gray. It does give you a shadow. I have it on, and I have to be careful also because I have a lot of hyperpigmentation there, so it's almost like I already have a shadow. And if I put something that is too cool, it looks like I've been playing in the mud. And I don't like that. But this one is really pretty. It blends really nice. It's a cream to powder formula, which I love that formula. And it just looks nice. I feel almost like it has like a little bit of a red in it. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm crazy. But I know that it's a tone that I really do enjoy. So this one is for the win. Definitely. Really nice one. I do enjoy it. This one is in the shade Sculpt, which I think is like the third shade up. I didn't get the lightest one this time. The Maybelline Cloudtopia Cheek and Lip Mousse. I really am enjoying these. These are so pretty. I have 3 of them. I have Dreamy Dawn, Toasted Sky, and Enchanted Mauve. The one that I'm wearing today is Enchanted Mauve. And these are so pretty. These are very moussey when you put them on. How I like to put them on, I like to apply some product on the back of my hand and then with a brush apply it to my cheek. I don't like to go straight from the brush to the cheek. You can if you want to, but I find that it's harder to blend things that way. This is Enchanted Mauve, which is what I'm wearing on my face right now. This is the Toasted Sky. This one is absolutely beautiful. It looks dark on my hand, on the back of my hand, but it's not blended. When you blend it, it's just like a neutral, toasty shade that it just looks amazing on the skin. I don't feel like they accentuate any texture you have on your skin. And this one is the Dreamy Dawn, number 09. So I have 09, 08, and 12. These are very beautiful. I like the fact that as soon as you put them on, it turns into powder and there's no stickiness on your face. It doesn't look super glowy. I like a little bit of glow on my skin, but I don't like things to be very glowy. I feel like if it's very dry or very glowy, I think they accentuate your lines, your pores. So it's like you have to find a happy medium, how you enjoy your face. We all enjoy different things. We all like different things. So, but for me, I enjoy something that has a little bit of glow, but it's not too glowy. So these are absolutely gorgeous. Now, I do not like them on the lips. They have that powdery feeling on your lips, and they look like that blotted look, which I'm not that crazy about, to tell you the truth. I'd rather have like a lip gloss or a lip oil or a bullet lipstick or something like that. But that blotted, it almost looks like you've had your lipstick on too long and it's wearing off. So I didn't enjoy that. But you can use them on your lip if you so wish to. Okay, the other thing that I have from Maybelline is 3 of the new lipsticks. And these are called, well, I don't know what they have. These are the ones that have hyaluronic acid. They're the serum lipsticks. And these are really beautiful. The one that I'm wearing right now is in the shade Hold the Door, and it's matte. These are so beautiful. They do not feel dry on the lips. This is Hold the Door when I'm wearing on my lips. They don't feel dry. They're easy to reapply. You know how sometimes when you wear a matte lipstick, you get that flaking in the middle of your lips, and then you know, you feel like you have to lick your lips or you have to wipe your lips to take those little flaky pieces off your lips. These don't do that. They dry down where they look more matte, but they never get dry where you feel like you can't do this. Even when they dry down, you still feel like you can mush your lips together. These are beautiful. They last a nice amount of time, like any bullet lipstick. They're not going to last 4 or 6 hours, but they're very easy to reapply, very comfortable, which is what I look for. I'm looking more for comfort than how long you're going to stay on my lips. I don't mind reapplying something after I eat or after 4 or 6 hours. I don't mind that. I really don't. And if you wear a good lip liner, your lip is not going to look as naked or as worn. You know, you're still going to have a little bit of color on your lips. So I think these are really, really nice. And as you can see, it's already looking like a little more matte. They do transfer. This one is in the shade Wild Card, and I wore this on a video. And I will list that video below in case you want to see how I tried on all these lipsticks. Look how beautiful. That is a beautiful red. Absolutely gorgeous for the holidays. So, so pretty. And I love this one. I love both. I love this one too. I think this one's very pretty. And this is a satin one. This is 106. Maybe it's soft. And this one is very pretty too if you prefer a satin lipstick. Look how gorgeous that is. Absolutely gorgeous. I was only able to find them at Target. They didn't have them at Ulta. They might now. But when I purchased these, like, I don't know, when they were released, like 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago. But I have worn these several times. So I know I really like them. They're beautiful, whether you go matte or you go with the satin one. But even the matte, I don't think it looks, my lips don't look dry. They don't feel dry. I cannot stand a dry lipstick on my lips that I can feel the lipstick or that is super matte. I wear correctors, under eye correctors very often. I have very dark circles under my eyes. One of my favorite, if not my favorite, is the one for dermatology. Now this one I've shown many times on my channel, and they have not sent this to me. Okay, but this is the Luminous Eye Corrector SPF 41, and they have different ones. They have the fair, medium, and then dark, I guess, or deep. This is the medium, and I also have the fair, and I just repurchased another fair because I know I'm almost out of it. I mean, really, if you don't have a lot of dark circles, you can probably wear this as your concealer. But these have like a little peachy tint to them, and they do a great job of correcting your circle, your under eye circles. They do have a little bit of glow because they're very hydrating. You don't need a lot, but these are beautiful. I love this. They do have the cooling, you know, applicator, but I can't use that because then we'll get too much product under my eyes. So I usually just put a little bit on the back of my hand, and then I go in with a little brush or my pinky, and I apply a little bit, like especially like right here. This is where my darkest circles are, right here and right here. But I absolutely love this right now. Like I said, they're 30% off. So I wanted to mention these to you guys because these are products that I've owned for years. I really do love it. Repurchased many times, and I only buy them when they go on sale because they're pretty pricey. But to me, it's worth it. I think that as we get older, we require a little more. We need a little more help than the younger ladies that don't have the drier skin. that don't have the wrinkles or the crow's feet. And you know, we need a little more. Like if I don't really hydrate under my eyes, they look really, really bad. I didn't used to have dry under eyes till about 2 years ago. And then for some reason, I don't have dry anywhere else on my face, but my under eyes are dry and I have texture on my temples. I wear skincare. Okay, I use the retinol and I use the retin-A and yes, exfoliators. I do it all. But it is what it is. As we age, you know, things happen. So this is beautiful. If you guys are interested, like I said, everything will be linked below. I'm not pushing anything. I'm just telling you what really works for me, what I really love, and just putting it out there. One of the products that I mentioned on another video, and I'm not that crazy about, is the L'Oreal Lumi Bronze. Okay, this is a little too glowy and a little too warm for me. Now, I almost like it more as a, like mix it with a blush. Like today, I put a little bit like over where I put the contour, and it's fine. It's like, I don't hate it, but it's not anything that I would say, you guys need to try this, like this. This, I think it will be a great addition to your collection if you're looking for something like this. This, I think you can skip. Even though when you put it on, it feels very balmy. It does dry down. I do like that. But as you can see, this is like the second shade. Not the lightest, but the next one. It's just very warm. The name says it all. Toasted Sunlight. Like I said, I will use it, but am I going to reach for it all the time because I absolutely love it? No. And is this something that you can skip? Yes. Another lipstick. This is a new release from Revlon, and they're part of the Lustrous lipstick, but these have like more skincare product in it, and this is in the shade 007. Oh, 007. James Bond. So this one is in the shade Sedona. I have worn this several times. This is such a gorgeous lipstick. This is so pretty. It feels, the regular Lustrous lipstick feel amazing on the lips, and these feel like even a little more balmy like, but they have beautiful coverage. They're very pigmented, so these are gorgeous. Now they're pricey. Right now I've only seen them at Ulta. They're like $15 a piece, which is very pricey for Revlon, but I haven't seen it anywhere else. But look at the packaging. How gorgeous are they? They have like 8 or 10 different shades, and I wanted more shades, but I'm not going to pay that kind of money for it. So I'm going to wait till there's a sale. I only got one this time, but I think that these are beautiful. I have a mascara, and this is a new one from Maybelline, and it's called Lash Sensational Body. I love the packaging. It's so pretty. It's like a nude taupey color with gold lettering. Very pretty. I got it in 902 Blackest Black. Full body volume all day, lifted curves. So this is supposed to give you volume, and it's supposed to give you, keep the curl on your lashes. Okay, so I don't think it gives me that much volume. I feel like my lashes, I have pretty decent lashes, and I feel like my lashes are about the length that they normally are with any mascara that is not lengthening. So as far as giving you length, I don't think that you get much length. Now, I think I got nice volume. I don't think my lashes are dramatic, but they look nice. I like them. I like them for every day. I think this is a really pretty mascara. You don't feel it on your eyes. It doesn't feel hard and crunchy on your eyes. So I like that. This is what the brush looks like. It is one of those flimsy, very flimsy brushes. I know some people don't like that. I don't mind it. It is not a super wet or super dry mascara. I actually like the formula because sometimes when they're too wet, they splatter all over and I make a mess. And I'm usually pretty good about not getting mascara all over my face. But if they're too wet, I will make a mess. They will splatter. You know, when you get them on your lashes and you go on like this, it's going to splatter sometimes and you can't help it. This doesn't do that. It has like the perfect formula. I think it gives you, my lashes have nice curl. I don't have to use a lash curler. Thank goodness, because those things horrify me. I think that they look like something that I would cut my lashes off or pinch my lid. I've always been afraid of them, so I'm glad I don't have to use them. And my lashes do hold the curl, and I think that since it's not a heavy formula, I think it will hold the curl because it's not going to drag your lashes down. Some mascaras are heavy, and if you have thin lashes or straight lashes, it will pull them down, but this one doesn't have that. Now, I've worn it like 4 times. I love how it looks on my top lashes. There's no smudging, there's no flaking. I've worn them for like 8 to 9 hours. I gave it a good wear when I've worn this mascara. It washes off really nice. On my lower lashes, this smudged so badly. I mean bad. So no, I was contributing to my dark eyes, my dark under eyes. So I would say, if you have problems with your lower lash line smudging, don't wear it on your lower lash line. I always wear a tubing mascara on my lower lash line. Usually it's the e.l.f. lash extender, what I use there 99% of the time. Or if I'm using the Revolution Wrap Mascara, which is a really good tubing mascara. I like that one for my top lashes also. But anyways, this one's a nice one. It really is. Again, if you have decent lashes, if you don't want a lot of drama, if you don't need a lot of length, I think this gives you nice volume. It does a great job of separating your lashes. I think they look nice. I think for an everyday mascara, it looks really nice. And then the 2 products that were a fail for me, I will put pictures of them here because like I said, actually I have 3. I'm wearing one of them. Okay, the first one is the Peter Thomas Roth Instant Firm Temporary Eye Tightener. Now, I have a couple of friends that have reviewed this and they love it. Jen D Beauty reviewed it. She loves it. I'll link her video where she compared it to a new one that L'Oreal has. And she's been using it for a while, so she's very familiar with it. And then Melissa55 also used this, and she uses it also on her neck, on her lines. Now, I used it several times before I returned it. First of all, okay, you have to put it on without any kind of moisturizer. And where do you normally would put this? Under your eyes, on the corner of your eyes, even if you do it on your neck. Maybe you do it over here. But I need moisturizer. Okay, first of all, I didn't like the way it made my skin feel. You could feel the tightness, but my skin looked almost like in felt, not just tight, but it almost looked like translucent. I mean, your skin down here is a lot thinner. And as we get older, I think it gets even thinner. So I just didn't like it. I didn't like the fact that I can wear hydration there. You can wear like concealer over it, and I did wear the concealer over. I just didn't like it. I wasn't happy with it. I didn't like the way it looked. I just felt like my eye area didn't look right, and it just wasn't worth it. On the line up here, I don't feel like it made any difference. I put it on my neck, and I don't feel like it made any difference. So I returned that. I just didn't think that was for me. Okay, then the other thing is Wonder Skin Wonder Blading All Day Lip Stain. And this is what that looks like. That's the shade that I picked, which was not a very light shade. It was like a medium shade, not super light. It wasn't a red or anything like that. The thing is, I don't have time for this. When I'm doing my makeup, you have to work for me. You have to do whatever it is your job is and get it done. And I don't need to go around the block and, you know, spend 3 times for you to work. Okay, this thing you have to put on your lips and you have to let it sit there for a few minutes. For the stain, it's like purple. This is something you can now reapply in public, okay? It's like purple on your lips. A really bright purple on your lips. And then I went ahead and I said, okay, let's try it. If this is beautiful, maybe once in a while. And if it has a long wear time, maybe once in a while, I'll do it at home and then just take like a lip gloss with me. I left it on for like 20 minutes. I took it off. My lips looked a little stained, not that much. I lined my lips. I did not put a lip liner because I wanted to see how long this will last. It was gone within an hour. There was no stain on my lip. I don't have time for that. How am I going to reapply that? So I went back. Gotten to the point where I like a few lip stains. I like the Benefit. I like the e.l.f. But those you put on, they dry. You can even, like put another coat on. It gets a little darker. And they have a nice wear time. This, and they look fine. You can just put it on and go on with your life. You don't have to wait 20 minutes with purple lips. This just didn't work for me. I mean, it wasn't that expensive. It was $20, but the e.l.f. is only like $8. So I will go with that. And the third item is a sweater. This is from Quince, and I I mentioned it on a video that I had purchased from Quince because I've seen a lot of sponsored videos from Quince. I purchased two things. A sweater, which is absolutely gorgeous, and I haven't worn it yet because it hasn't gotten cold enough here. It's a pretty heavy sweater. I didn't realize at the time that I ordered it, but that was my mistake. The sweater is beautiful, so I'm keeping it. And then this one's cashmere. This is the third time that I've worn this, and I haven't worn it like, 10, 12 hours or anything like that. It's hand washable. I have not washed it yet. This is peeling so badly. When I wore it on one video before, I told you guys that it was a little itchy. Well, that seemed to have gone away. I don't find it itchy anymore. Only like the first couple of hours that I wore it, and then it didn't feel itchy anymore. So that's not the issue, but the peeling is. This sweater looks like it's a year old. So I am sending it back. I actually did the refund request today. The thing about Quince, they'll refund you or give you store credit. You have 365 days to return things. I'm not going to wait that long. I know that I'm not going to wear it because it's peeling so badly. I did take a picture for them. I will post it. I'll do like a close-up of the picture so that you can see how it's peeling. I shouldn't have to be messing with this. Bad enough it's hand washable. I buy very few hand washable items, but then I have to be picking out the little balls, or I have one of those shaving things for your sweaters. But no, this is not supposed to do that. Come on. So anyways, this is going back, and I feel bad because it's a nice one. It has a nice fit. I really like it, but I'm not going to deal with that. So anyway, this is all I have for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know what some of your favorites are. I know I have a lot of new subscribers from Jen D and Carmel. Thank you so much for visiting, and I hope that you guys decide to stay. I hope you like my content, that we can get to know each other in the comments. I would love nothing more than that, and I really do appreciate you visiting my channel. So welcome, and I can't wait to get to know you better. I hope that you enjoyed this. I love you so much. Have a blessed Thanksgiving if you celebrate. If not, have an amazing weekend. I love you guys, and I will see you on my next video. Bye, guys. Mwah.